Decision released today has major implications for the Bay Area. The Supreme Court striking down a law that once afforded homeless people vast protections when camping on public streets. KTVU's Tom Vakar is live in San Francisco, where some city leaders are celebrating this decision tonight. Tom?
Well, here's the situation. It looks as though what's going to happen is, under this decision, that what will be going on is, if a person is really defiant about getting off the streets and they're asked to get off the streets and they're not, under this new ruling, what's going to happen is, whether or not there's shelter available, they're going to be forced off the streets, and that's going to be very controversial. Here's the story. The U.S. Supreme Court ruled that cities do have a right to remove homeless encampments from public areas. The town of Grants Pass, Oregon, passed a law that banned homeless from camping on city streets. Advocates for homeless people convinced the federal Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals that the law violates the Constitution's cruel and unusual prohibition by criminalizing homelessness. In striking down the Oregon law, the 9 western states in the court's jurisdiction were then required to have shelter available for anyone they wanted to remove. But that no longer applies.
When we go out into encampments and when we're trying to help people, we lead with shelter first.
But, says Breed, some 60% of campers time and again either refuse shelter or leave only to immediately return or camp elsewhere.
Those who want to linger on the streets of San Francisco and set up their encampments and not be moved and wreak havoc on communities, we are going to do everything we can to remove them.
The new ruling allows the city to be more aggressive and forceful in removing them.
It does provide the city with the additional flexibility that we're going to need to grapple with the crisis on our streets.
But much of the Ninth Circuit's ruling still stands.
The Grants Pass decision only addressed one of our 13 claims, and so we're going to be here to keep San Francisco honest.
Example, homeless people's property and documents are still protected.
San Francisco certainly should not be continuing a past practice of essentially bulldozing people's belongings.
There's already pushback and likely more lawsuits.
We cannot arrest our way out of homelessness, and these kinds of actions actually exacerbate homelessness. We know what the solutions are. People need affordable housing.
But with affordable housing years and years off, enforcing this decision could set off further protests, defiant actions, and very likely even more lawsuits. Reporting live, Tom Vakar, KTVU, Fox 2 News. Christina and Greg, back to you.
Yeah, strong reactions on both sides of this. Tom, thank you.